Hello. I'm right now sitting on my balcony and the wind is blowing and I can hear the river and the waterfalls that are just all around me. And I was taking a moment to really be grateful for this life right now in this moment and to be grateful for what I've created in my life consciously and what I've manifested in my life. And I realized that there comes a point in everyone's life when the old has been outdated and we know that the new is beckoning to us. And there comes a point where we can no longer stay constricted in a box, and we can no longer stay constricted in a straitjacket of choking ourselves from being far less than what we know we're meant to be. And it can happen when we reach a threshold in our life where we can no longer hold back our truth, and when we are inspired and beckoned and summoned to fully speak our truth and to fully give expression to the seed of divinity that's within us. And then there's other times where a life that we've lived becomes too small, whether it's living in a certain city or living in a certain place or being in a certain job and knowing that you're playing way too small and you're not in full alignment with what your soul is meant to do on this earth. And when we reach this threshold, what happens within us? There's two options. One is that we stay in the constriction and we stay bound and we struggle and we struggle and we struggle and we just allow ourselves to fall. We fall into this constriction, we fall into this heaviness, and we don't know how to get out. And another option of how we can be with this threshold is that we spread our wings and we reach to the light of who we are and we allow ourselves to blossom and to take up the space that we know we're meant to take up. And that can be through moving to a place that's more in alignment with our soul. That can be through speaking our truth with much more authority and much more clarity and much more freedom of expression within ourselves, where we don't second guess ourselves anymore. And we've ripped off these chains of holding back and of silence. And there's other times where we just know that it's time to step out and to just serve in a much greater way than what we've done. And no matter which point we're at, the most important thing is whether we can fully take the action that's required of up-leveling in the mastery of who we're meant to be on a soul level, and to really allow ourselves to really blossom into our soul embodiment. And this is so important and so crucial, because if we stay stuck in the struggling, and we stay stuck in the unclarity, and we stay stuck in the fog and just the heaviness, we're not doing this world any service by staying stuck in the heaviness and the darkness. It's only by us breaking out and breaking free into the light of who we are that we can come into our clarity, that we can come into our expression, that we can come into our creativity, that we can fully be who we're meant to be, undiluted and in our fullest potency. And this is what the world needs. We need all of us to step out and to be who we are fully. We need all of us to come into being who we are and to be clear expressions of the truest source of who we're meant to be. And that is fully just allowing ourselves to be who we are without these conditionings, without the filters, without the constructs and the constrictions and everything that holds us back from being the fullest expression of who we are meant to be. And this is my gift when I work with people, and this is what I'm doing when I've been working with women the past 3 years, is really being able to go in, to really pristinely go into something and to clear out the root of what holds someone back from fully living their purpose, from fully being who they are, from fully speaking their truth, from fully being free. And this is my gift. My gift is to go in and to clear and transmute what needs to be transmuted in order for the light within to grow stronger and to take up more space within. Because when we're unshackled within, this is when our life becomes a fully liberated expression of what we're meant to be, and who we're meant to be. And this is the tension, or this is the creative tension within, is the friction of going into the contraction and then also breaking free and being liberated into the fullness and the highest expression of what we're meant to be. And I know that many women that I'm surrounded by and that I'm connected with are powerful women that have powerful purposes and missions on this earth, and that are born leaders, that are here to step out into the light and serve, and to step into their leadership in ways that are going to really transform and completely reshape this world. Because when all of us start to come into being free, when we all start to be unshackled by fear, this is when the world starts to light up and pop up like popcorn. All of the lights need to be up on this earth in order for this world to function in its whole coherency of what has to happen now. And I know all of us we can sense and we feel the ripeness of the future. We can feel the future that calls to us and what we know is possible. And can we allow ourselves to be the wayshowers and the trailblazers of the evolutionary calls of the future that are pulling to us now? This is my inspiration right now in this moment, and I just want to share it with you today. And please leave a comment or write me and let me know what this touches in you or what this resonates within your own being. And I'm sending you much love here from Bali, this beautiful, beautiful island.